from one part of the United Northwest area, its full government name, to the other. Luckily, Clifton Street is the main corridor that runs through the land, which is what the folks who actually live here call our neighborhood. Outside of my school, the Persons Crossings Public Academy, the land is the only world that I know. It's magic. People call it the land because the whole area used to be farmland. Now, I almost twist my ankle walking along the uneven pavement of the cracked sidewalk. Summer vacation's only as fun as you make it, you know? If I can't come up with my own adventures, I'd be stuck in a house complaining about how bored I am. That ain't me. I figure out what I have to do. I nod to a kid, maybe 8 or 9. He stays on the block, fixing his bike, trying to make do with the parts he has. After fishing in the side pocket of my backpack, I hand him a small baggie of bearings. "What's that?" He stares at the bag like I'm trying to hand him a cup of wasps. Oily splotches stain his white tank top. His shorts drape past his knees, matching his black socks against his Indianapolis Colts slides. "Bearings for your bike?" "But Jared and them snatched them from me. Where'd you get them?" "I found them." Snatched from the bushes they guard like a bank vault where they tend to hide stuff is probably more than he needs to know. "What do you care?" "Ooh," he says, like I've just been called to the principal's office. "Jared's gonna be mad." He makes mad sound like it has 3 syllables. That's for me to worry about. I ain't scared. I glance over my shoulder, checking for anyone approaching by bike. Jared and them are only one thing wrong with the neighborhood. I can't quite put my finger on what's changed. I heard some dudes were putting together a bike program over on 34th. Why don't you go up there and see if they can help you out? A still uncertain look on his face. Careful, but not distrusting. He takes the baggie and upturns his bike to walk it up the block. He turns around for a second with his silent, "Thank you." I don't even know how to respond to the boy properly. I never got to be a kid. My family has lived in one part or another of this neighborhood all my life. I remember being young, but that ended the day the police knocked on our door and I answered. That's what led to me no longer having a home. This is why I have only associates. Friends are a risk I can't afford. They might find out about my situation. Even a friendly ally, as my teachers like to call themselves, might feel the need to call the Department of Child Services on me. I don't need anybody. I swear I hear the sound of a bike skipping off the sidewalk around the corner, and, fearing that Jared might be closer than I want, I run to the meeting. Still, going to this meeting is more a matter of survival, mostly because I was promised there'd be snacks. I can't say I ever noticed the old Indianapolis Public Library No. 1 building much before the summer. With the number 1906 chiseled onto its cornerstone, it looked like another house overgrown with weeds and ivy. Miss Campbell's on some committee to see about getting it on a historic registry because it's the oldest library building in Indianapolis. Since it's on our block, the city had forgotten about it, but she organized folks to help refurbish it into a community space. Me being here is her fault. She's always on me to do more stuff for the community. I'm not sure if that's me, though. "We're all in this together," she always says, like she's the neighborhood cheerleader. If anyone tries to call her by her government name, Essence Campbell, or anything else, they quickly get corrected. I'd call her my friend, but like I said, I can't afford those. Friends share their lives, their secrets. But she's low-key all right. I let her convince me to come to this meeting, but I'm really beginning to question her judgment. For one thing, someone's got some poor planning skills. 2 o'clock weekday meetings don't make sense. Naturally, the crowd outside the library is mostly a blue hair convention.